45 years ago today, NASA Voyager 1 probe arrived at Saturn and beamed back the first images ever taken of its rings. It arrived at our solar system's second largest planet via a gravitational assist trajectory at Jupiter, which was replicated with Voyager 2 on November 12, when the space probe came within 7,000 miles of Saturn's cloud tops. The space probe's cameras detected complex structures in the rings of Saturn, and its remote sensing instruments studied the atmospheres of Saturn and its giant moon Titan. Read what it discovered in 1988. Saturn as pictured by Voyager 1 credit. NASA Voyager 1 found that about 7 of the volume of Saturn's upper atmosphere is helium, compared with 11 of Jupiter's atmosphere, while almost all the rest is hydrogen. Since Saturn's internal helium abundance was expected to be the same as Jupiter's and the Sun's, the lower abundance of helium in the upper atmosphere may imply that the heavier helium may be slowly sinking through Saturn's hydrogen. That might explain the excess heat that Saturn radiates over energy it receives from the Sun. Winds blow at high speeds on Saturn. Near the equator, the Voyagers measured winds about 500 ms 1100 mph. The wind blows mostly in an easterly direction. Voyager measured the rotation of Saturn the length of a day at 10 hours 39 minutes 24 seconds and identified polar aurorae and aurora-like ultraviolet emissions at middle latitudes. These remain a puzzle to this day, since bombardment by electrons and ions known to cause auroras on Earth occurs only at the high latitudes. More good news on this date. The women's suffrage activist Elizabeth Cady Stanton was born in Johnstown, New York, where her lawyer father treated her as he would anything and encouraged her to enter traditionally male-dominated spheres in Austria. Became a republic in 1908 in the following tunnel opening in New York City, New Jersey 1918. San Francisco Oakland Bay Bridge opened 1934. First drive-up bank teller windows opened at Exchange National Bank in Chicago 1934. Lech Walesa, the Polish Solidarity leader, was released from prison after 11 months in 1938. The American Medical Association declared it unethical for a doctor to refuse to treat someone solely because they have AIDS or HIV in 1938. Tim Berners-Lee published his formal proposal for the World Wide Web. 1930, that marriage for same-sex couples in Connecticut commenced after the state Supreme Court affirmed their right to wed rather than accept a 25th civil union decree. 28 Happy your first birthday to Baaba Maal, the Senegalese singer and guitarist, is one of the most important musical exports from the country. Pop culture knows of Maal likely through his provision of the music for Marvel's Black Panther, but Maal has worked with artists as varied as Mumford Sons' Taj Mahal and Peter Gabriel. Baaba Maal CC 3.0. Gertrude Cade, born in Poda, he helped his father, the Muezzin at the local mosque, to perform the calls to prayer, which led to him developing an extremely resonant voice that rarely needed amplification. From his mother, he learned the yellow music of the Chukia people, a style of West African song in 34-time signature that typified his early work. He sings in the Pilar language and promotes the traditions of the Pilar-speaking people who live on either side of the Senegal River in the ancient Senegalese kingdom of Futa Toro. He selects the traditional instruments based on their relationship to the song's message. His most recent studio album, The Traveller, was received to critical acclaim. 1930-2009 photo by Per Olhagen. CC licensed happy 9th birthday to Neil Young, the Canadian singer-songwriter who is remembered for such songs as Old Man, After the Gold Rush, Heart of Gold, Ohio, Only Love Can Break Your Heart, and Southern Man. He recently married actress Daryl Hanahan, is also a devoted environmentalist and advocate for farmers as a founding board member of Farm Aid. 1980's 40th 9 years ago today, Abbey Road Studios officially opened for business at 3 Abbey Road in the city of Westminster, near London. Known for innovative recording techniques, it became well known in the 1960s as the creative mecca, where Pink Floyd and the Beatles engineered their albums, including the Abbey Road LP with the famous cover image of the Fab Four in the crosswalk around the corner, where tourists now pose and snap photos by the thousands every day. Founded by the Gramophone Company, a predecessor of British music company in EMI, the studio came under threat of sale to property developers in 2009, but the British government protected the site, granting English Heritage Brave Roman II status, thereby preserving the building from any major alterations. In 2011, Abbey Road Studios installed a 24-hour live streaming web camera focused on the historic crosswalk to show tourists trying to recreate the famous Beatles lineup photographed for the Abbey Road album cover. 1931, on this day 10 years ago, a bike path designed to glow like Van Gogh's Starry Night painting was opened, connecting in a beautiful way the many notable locations of the artist's life in the Netherlands. Photo by Studio Roosegaard, CC license on Flickr, designed by Dan Roosegaard. The Van Gogh Roosegaard cycle path absorbs light during the day, but only reveals its magic in the evening. Thousands of twinkling pebbles incorporated into the asphalt lead the viewers from the Dutch city of Eindhoven, alongside two watermills featured in his paintings, to Vincent's family home in Brabant and into Nuenen, the place where his first masterpiece, The Potato Eaters, was created. Watch a video of cyclists riding the starry path and get more details in the GNN story here. 124 years ago today, the French sculptor Auguste Rodin was born. Considered the founder of modern sculpture, his world-famous works, such as The Thinker and The Kiss, helped make him one of the few widely known sculptors of art history. The Thinker and Rodin in his studio 1828, born into a working-class family in Paris. He